I'm Shane.
I'm Bo.
We are your Kentucky Fried Critics.
Welcome back, everybody. More episodes.
That's right. This is going to be episode 15, rolling into our Christmas movies.
Yep, Christmas movie marathon time.
That's right. Obviously, we've been doing a lot of these movie marathons.
It's what you do on the holidays. I mean, as soon as Halloween's over, Mom's on the Hallmark Channel, Christmas movies all the way through.
So again, we've just...
we're not as bad.
Yeah, we're just following through with the trends.
Yeah.
Come the new year, though, we do have some big plans.
Yeah, we're coming back to
just including a little bit of everything like
Yeah.
we originally promised. But again, through the holidays, we figured...
so much easier.
Yeah, like, can you guys imagine us trying to find some Thanksgiving-themed video games to talk about? Like, the movies just kind of work.
The South Park game where the turkeys try to kill you.
Again, I'm not saying there are none. I'm saying it would have been
That's
difficult.
the only one I can think of, and it's okay.
So again, would we have talked about that for the whole episode?
No.
That'd have been rough.
I could
It's a
give
pretty simplistic game.
I can give you 5 minutes maybe on it.
Just keep that in mind. Be ready. We got a few more movies here, and then we're going to try to... There will still be movies, and still probably mainly movies.
Yeah, but
we're going to
try
try our
sprinkle
best
in some other shit.
to start doing what we promised.
Yeah,
full
culture.
pop culture review. Yeah.
Make Colonel Pop Culture proud and earn my bucket.
Before we really get kicked off on the episode, though, here, let's go ahead and get the socials taken out of the way.
Yep.
So we're going to start.
The like and subscribe things.
That's right, because you all need to remember. Like, share, subscribe.
Hit the button.
Whatever they tell you.
The algorithm commands you.
So we'll start with Facebook. You know, the mightiest of the crazy algorithms at this point, stealing your personal data.
Shh, they're listening.
So Facebook is going to be facebook.com/Kentucky Fried Critics. We got that one easy.
Nice.
It's nice. It's good. Clean. Perfect.
Sweet.
The next one we'll go to, that's going to be our Instagram account. Instagram/Kentucky Fried. I don't know how the URLs work there. The handle is definitely Kentucky Fried Critics. You know, it's at Kentucky Fried Critics.
I don't understand none of your Insta snaps and
No Snapchat. We're not doing that one.
Snap champs.
There you go. Let's see. What's after Instagram? What do I usually do after Instagram? YouTube. YouTube's the next one.
Yeah, the third down on the tier of overlords.
Trying to remember. So YouTube's the one. It's different.
Yeah, this one upsets me.
That's going to be KF Critics.
There's the fact somebody else has it bothers me so much. The full one.
When the episode comes out, man, it's going to be December. We should hopefully be hearing something, checking it, finding out. Hopefully they'll
here in the next month or so.
Yeah.
Nice.
If not, we'll just start hyphen. We'll try to. We'll try to get everything hyphened.
Nice.
Which I'm pretty sure we could. I don't think people are usually fighting for the hyphened URLs and screen names and usernames.
What? That's fucking crazy.
Well, we might start a trend, sir.
Nice. Trendsetter. Styling. Profiling.
So we'll go from YouTube to where the hyphens are.
Yay.
And the hyphens are going to be from our actual website.
Yeah.
From our hosts over at Acast. That one's going to be shows.acast.com/Kentucky-fried-critics.
Yay.
Yeah, so that's
I get a warm, tingly feeling with all those hyphens.
Yeah, that's where the hyphens are. And again, the episode titles for the URLs just add to the hyphens.
Yep.
So if you see one of our long episodes,
just go look. Yeah, look at all those glorious fucking hyphens.
Find one of the long episodes and go to our actual website to look at it, and you'll see hyphens galore.
It's the promised land.
All right, but again, that's usually where we wrap things up. That's our big social. Oh, and email. Sometimes I forget to tell people the email, but again, the email is the easiest. Much like the beginning, it's real clean, simple. Kentucky Fried Critics @gmail.com.
Nice.
No tricks.
No nothing. Just that's where you want to send like suggestions.
Yeah, if you got an idea.
If you got an idea for us,
that's where you want to send it.
We will probably listen to.
Yeah, because again, we're coming out of the holidays.
Yeah,
soon.
we need ideas.
We're gonna need new movies.
Yeah, new movies and
drinks, and
especially drinks.
Just give us some suggestions. We'll try some stuff out. We'll see what we can do.
All right. Speaking of drinks, what are we drinking today? We're drinking some Bell's Brewing Company Christmas Ale. Isn't that nice?
That's right. And theirs is a Scotch ale style.
Yeah, Scotch ale style.
So we happen to look into this, and apparently, Christmas ale has a lot of meanings.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them.
And some of them have flavors and whatnot.
Like cinnamon and nutmeg and...
This one, though?
No, it's just a kind of beer.
Just a strong beer.
Yeah.
Right? That's what we found out.
Yeah,
Christmas ale is really, though, just a traditionally strong beer to have
on Christmas
at the holiday time to help you through the holiday time.
Right.
They should maybe call these Thanksgiving beers.
Yeah, for real. They should just Thanksgiving ale, Scotch ale. Just new sticker. There you go. Yeah. Same shit, just put a different fucking sticker on it.
It could have helped people make it through some of the Thanksgiving nightmares.
Yeah, and probably help them get through our long ass episode from last week too.
We do apologize about that, guys. We are aware.
Yeah,
that we
that wine though.
It just took hold.
There's more that you all didn't even hear.
We got giggly. Well, there's more they didn't hear, and there's more that we didn't even talk about. Like for anybody who has seen that movie,
yeah,
they may have noticed that we missed a couple of scenes.
Some shit, yeah, which I feel bad about, and I'm very sorry.
But it's just because
I'll do better.
We were in our own happy little world,
right? A whole bottle, man.
You got to do what you got to do.
I don't like recorking, so once the bottle's open, I'm that guy. I'm like, we have to drink it now.
We live true to us.
Yeah, we live that life.
All right, but so like we said, this is Christmas ale.
Yeah, Bell's Brewing Company Christmas Ale and Bells, Jingle Bells, Jingle All the Way. Is that our movie?
We watched Jingle All the Way.
I love this movie. We get some Arnie.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, that's
Hell
right.
Yes. Underrated comedic actor. Everybody wants to he's the action star. Like, no, he's hilarious. Go watch his comedies.
True Lies.
That's an action comedy, though.
It's still a comedy. You know what I mean?
It's great, though.
Would you tell me if it's not like I said Terminator. Like he's not. I mean,
there's some
jokes.
shit and funny that's pretty funny in Terminator.
Yeah, unintentionally.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have worked without his comedic delivery. My point proven.
Yeah, Jingle All the Way. It's definitely it's a good one. This is later than his other comedic movies, right? Like, I mean, we should address that. Like,
yeah, this is one of the later ones in like the
early
late
90s,
late 80s.
Yeah, Kindergarten Cop.
It was in like 92.
Yeah, those are early. This is after he had been.
Twins was in the 80s, definitely, right?
This is definitely when he had been solid action star. Well, returned to solid action star after being, I don't know, his career has so been all over the place.
Yeah, this is 96, 93 was when Terminator 2 came out, right? So yeah, he would have been just doing action movies until
exactly.
this.
When T2 is when he went back to
doing just like I'm action hero guy.
Yeah, I'm Arnie.
I'm Arnold.
The presidential fitness awards and stuff.
Yeah,
you remember that growing up?
Yeah, I never got one.
Well, I never got one, but I remember that he was the spokesman for it. Before we get started, we'll talk about
our cast.
A couple other people. We're not really going to get too much. It is a large movie. They are doing a lot of traveling all over the city.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that come on and off screen.
But there's like cameos, though. Yeah.
We'll hit the main people, which is only like 4 or 5.
Yeah, like
there's
5.
Not a whole giant cast of characters. So we got, we'll just start. We got Arnold at the top. Playing Howard Langston, our dad, our father figure.
That was a cool nickname. That was a good nickname.
Then we got Sinbad, who's our bad guy character.
Bad guy.
Antagonist,
yeah.
If we're going to call Arnold the protagonist.
Our mad mailman.
Yeah. Myron Larrabee. Again, the last name's not important other than the fact that I'm looking at it and I'm going to let you guys know Larrabee.
Isn't that a car?
That's a choice right there, isn't it?
Right? Like, isn't that a kind of car? I swear it is.
Then we have Rita Wilson as Liz.
Yeah, good to see her.
That's, again, Arnold's wife.
She did a good job.
Yeah.
She's usually a mom, though, right? So it wasn't hard.
She plays the character well.
Yeah.
And then we've got Jake Lloyd.
Jamie.
As Jamie.
Little Jamie,
who
I kept writing his name with an I, so it's Jaime in my notes. And now when I read it, all I want is a Turbo Man Blue Beetle movie. Now dude, I would go watch that.
And then the last one I'll bring up as a main character is going to be Phil Hartman as Ted, the next door neighbor. And I love Phil Hartman. Rest his soul.
He was on everything. He voice acted everybody.
Yeah, he was half of The Simpsons.
Half the Simpsons, Futurama.
Like, I loved Phil Hartman.
He's been on South Park, everything.
News Radio.
Yeah.
Phil Hartman was great. We'll wrap that up on the full cast announcements.
With that sad note.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Anybody else that's left in the movie worth mentioning, we'll mention
when we get to them.
Because we'll let it be a surprise.
Yeah.
For those people who haven't watched Jingle All the Way. Again, we're returning to the movies where I might judge you if you've never seen this.
Yeah, I will too.
This is not like Home for the Holidays, where despite it being my favorite movie, and ironically enough, I think I did look this up, the highest rated movie out of all of the Thanksgiving movies we watched.
Really?
Yeah.
It was good.
Critics had a lot to say. You're like, that's what, I
Oh,
mean, that's how
well, they
ratings
always-
do. Well, you know, well, no, I mean, like, they
were
said
they good things?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why the fact that most Americans hadn't seen it, but it still got high ratings. It's because the critics were extra,
Yeah.
like, this is great.
Robert and Ebert over there with their big ass thumbs.
It was a little surprising when I found that out, that it
Yeah.
was the highest rated. But it is more obscure to the everyday moviegoer for sure. I had no
I'd
problem
never
admitting
heard
that.
of it. I was surprised when I was talking about it. My sister had heard of it. She's like, "Oh, I wanted to see that," and I was like, "Oh, well,
What?
here you go.
Watch it.
Watch it. It's right there."
You were like, I recommend it.
"Yeah." I was like, "No, it's really good." I've told everybody because I'm that guy. When I get
well,
to work
it's
the next
good.
day, I'm like, "You go watch this movie. You have to. I will hold you down and open your eyes."
It's a good one, though.
Yeah, I'm intense.
We are now, though, with Jingle All the Way is the opposite. Like, I definitely...
Did critics not like this?
Well, no. I'm just saying I expect everybody to have seen this
Oh,
one.
yeah,
You know,
okay.
We're trying to circle back to
the
where
full
we
beginning.
got off topic in the first place.
I only went halfway. I went back to the critics.
This one is totally one of those movies. Well, I don't even know if I necessarily think you should have seen it, but you definitely should know it exists. Like, I mean,
Yeah, you've heard
how
of
did
it.
you walk through the world if you were alive at the time, not
yeah.
seeing the commercials were everywhere, right?
Oh yeah.
The midget Santa is literally. I mean, that commercial was
Yeah.
everywhere that year.
I love that guy.
With all that out of the way, I think we can definitely just get into the movie. Right?
You want to
Like,
start? I loved the beginning of this movie.
Yeah. So this one, I don't really need to be the one to take over for this, but I'll go ahead and you gave yours. I loved it too.
Right.
Again, this is not. There's not like a music.
No, but it was
number
awesome.
Opening.
It was very Power Rangers.
It was a Power Rangers.
Yeah, right.
They were totally taking liberty at being a 90s Power Ranger-esque.
And they were filming at Vasquez Rock. Did you see that?
Yes.
The whole thing. I loved it. It was so great.
So we got a nice Star Trek reference for those
Right,
people who don't know what that is.
Yeah, for you people.
It is it is a place where many Star Trek episodes, both classic and next gen,
They still do it. There was one from Discovery.
well,
wasn't
lots
there?
of shows do. I mean, it's just a prominent place, but
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, it's used. If chances are, if you're looking at what we're talking about, or you've heard it, you know
Something that it's been
you've
in.
seen something.
Bill and
filmed
Ted.
there. Bill and Ted. I know. That's all I was just about to say that. But yeah, it's a memorable location. It's
Yeah.
great that that's where they're filming.
Right.
This is definitely
the place to do it.
and it was like we said, it's like the Power Rangers, so much so like the Power Rangers that when the bad guy calls out his team, they are multicolored
They're like
warriors.
the little Power Ranger colored. It's
Yeah.
like Alpha and the putties had babies.
So it just, they wanted you to
Yeah,
know.
it was
So the whole thing,
nostalgia.
with it being this Turbo Man and this Dementor bad guy, though, it totally gave me like He-Man, well, and Booster the Cat thing, right? It gives me like He-Man meets Power Rangers, right? Like it's
Yeah.
like live action He-Man in a Power Ranger style universe.
They should do that. That would be awesome.
I think that's what this was.
Dude, where's my Turbo Man TV show? Give it.
I feel like they were trying to make something like that
Really?
happen. I mean, not like actually pushing. I just feel like this was a total satire at the time.
Yeah, that would have
But
been
in the
great.
kind of way where they were like, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. If you guys want to give us money for this idea,
We'll do it. Kids will watch it.
as you see, we fully fledged it out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'd
so
watched it.
we see this full battle scene, hostage taken moment with
The Dementor guy has the president's son,
Yeah.
and Turbo Man shows up to save the day. Do-do-do-do.
Did you notice who played the Dementor?
I recognize his face. I've seen him in all kinds of shit.
That's Richard Mole. Mole?
Mole?
Moll.
Mole.
That's Bull from Night Court. He's also like you said, he's in a thousand other things. He's usually that grim-faced, tall guy. You can't tell just that
I
he's.
swear he was in an episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark, wasn't he?
Oh, probably
Right? Like
100% as something.
Something.
Because again, he was just a big bald.
big, bald, scary
menacing guy.
looking guy with a widow's peak. A balding widow's peak. Made him creepy somehow.
The voice.
Yeah, that too.
He's
Just
got a very menacing, like deep.
looks
kind
like
of
a
voice.
like a hawk. He's gonna attack me.
But on top of that being who was in his cot, and I knew it right away. Like I just heard the voice.
You
and I
heard
knew
the
it was
voice and was like, that guy.
But on top of it being him, the other thing I noticed while the scene was playing out is just the fact that they did an amazing job picking people that look a little bit like Arnold and Sinbad. Because again, if you've seen the movie before, if you haven't, this is spoilers. But if you've seen it before, you already know it ends with a big epic moment where they end up in these suits.
Yeah, they end up in these costumes and they have a big Power Rangers fight.
And there's literally a moment where I see Richard Mole as the Dementor, and I had to do a double take where I was like, "Is that Sinbad already in there?
He ain't here yet.
He's not supposed to be in the suit yet."
My headcanon at the end of the movie, the producer guy that was throwing Arnie in that suits is like, "Oh, you're great." And now he is Turbo Man for the TV show. Like literally, like he's like, "No, my dad's Turbo Man now. No longer has to sell mattresses."
The scene is not important.
No, it's just
it wraps up quick.
It pops into real world, and little Jamie is watching a TV show and he's excited like any 5-year-old is watching shit like that.
Just to let us know
his favorite
why this is his favorite thing and the kind of thing it is. And then he says he wants the toy. And again, this is coming from the 80s, 90s era where the TV show was the TV show was just a giant commercial for the toy. And that's totally what we just saw. Right? Are you going to, I mean, literally, it showed
my
the thing.
Pile of Ninja Turtles toys is credence to your argument, sir.
Well, I mean, that's just what it was. He-Man. He-Man was Transformers. Yes. They were all cartoons and shows that were just vehicles to be longer advertisements than they were allowed to feed children.
Buy this.
And
yeah,
so,
my Transformers always broke.
Which is why when the kid said he wants the toy, he knew all the different parts. I want it with the boomerang. That's because they talk about it in the show.
Yeah, he had that commercial memorized. But yeah, they're sitting there, he's watching the TV, and his mom's like, "Come on, we gotta go to your karate class thing." And he's like, "But Dad's not here."
And then,
he's probably not coming. And then we flash over to Arnold, and he's
Howard.
Howard.
Sorry.
It's his real name, and the name in the movie is Howard.
We are now in movie mode?
Movie mode.
We need to be in movies.
Right. He's at there's a big Christmas party going on, but he's
still working.
He's still working. He ain't doing none of it, which I thought was weird that they showed the Christmas party at all. Right, they could just cut to his office. He's like, and they're just doing all this stuff.
Well, they wanted us to know that he's really a douche. He's not even like skipping out on his kids because he had to go to a work party. He's just working
at a work party.
So he doesn't have to be working. No. Nobody else is. Exactly. That's I think that's really the point. They were just like, this is how douchey he is. He's literally here working when he doesn't even have to be working because nobody else is working.
But yeah, he's on the phone selling mattresses, I guess.
Mattresses.
And in every conversation with, "Don't forget, you're my #1 customer." And then his wife calls and
reminds him. And we see the assistant holding up the sign.
With the signs like karate in 20 minutes.
I remember, yes.
Yeah, you're going to be late. You're not going to make it, you know.
Don't worry, I'll be there.
Yeah, she's like,
and then right before he hangs up the phone, he throws and don't forget, you're my #1 customer.
And then realized who he was talking to. Fuck, I just said that to my wife.
And tries to stop.
Yeah, nope. Too late, she already hung up.
And again, they've already set up for us. He is that guy. He's not going to make it.
No. He thinks he is, though. The whole time when he's getting his coat and he's going out, he's like, "I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it." And his secretary's handing him his shit. And as soon as he walks off, she's just like, he ain't going to make it.
And again, what always happens, not only in movies, but in the real world, if you're in this kind of rush,
traffic.
You hit traffic or you speed.
Yeah.
Or you do, again, he hits all of them.
Yeah, he hits all three.
It's just, this is what happens if you try to rush. It's going to cause more problems.
Yeah.
Either because fate is just going to be against you.
Traffic.
Or because you cause an idiotic thing yourself. Police officer.
Yeah, he tries to drive down the shoulder of the road and the cop pulls him over.
Dumb things get you.
And then the cop was a little bit of a dick because he didn't really say anything. All he said was he was in a hurry. But I get the cop being like, "Oh, I don't give a shit that you're in the hurry."
Well,
but I don't think you need to give him the field sobriety test and everything.
Well, that was just because the cop was being a dick for sure. But my point, it's not even that the cop's problem. The cop's problem was that he was acting like he was special. Again, you're not special because you forgot to leave on time. Like the whole point is that he felt entitled. He's not entitled.
He doesn't make it, and he pulls in an empty parking lot, which should have been a huge clue that there was nobody in that building.
Well, the lights were off.
Right?
Like getting to the gym, he should have seen that from... Right. All gyms have a little window in the door. He would have known.
There were a lot of clues that he's way too late.
He runs inside. Oh, I didn't make it.
I didn't make it. It's like, of course you didn't. Did you see the janitor kind of look at him while he's pushing the broom? He's like, "The hell are you doing here?"
And then And he goes up. So he missed the karate
thing.
The karate ceremony that, before we move on, I just wanted to point out how weird it was. 2 days before Christmas. Again, we technically haven't been told that it's only 2 days before Christmas yet. But it is only 2 days.
The next day is Christmas Eve.
He wakes up Christmas Eve. So it's 2 days before. It's a weird day for a karate
class
promotion ceremony.
It is. I feel like it should have been about a week before.
Yeah, right?
On the 19th.
People travel for the holidays.
Yeah.
Go to see grandma. Yeah, I just wanted to point that out real quick because the timing is very strange.
It's very weird to have it 2 days before Christmas.
But yeah, so he makes it home. When he gets home, his wife is upset with him, tells him your son's pissed. Yeah. Again, he should count his blessings because this wife...
She's very long-suffering.
She was not mad in the way that you would expect her to be. She just kind of
was like, don't tell me, go tell him. It's not my karate class you missed.
Yeah. Crazy accepting of
right. I was like, it's not normally how that would go.
And then, but so he gets upstairs, has a moment. His kid's definitely mad at him. You can tell
because he's even trying to be silly with the belt and stuff. Which
nothing. I was like, dude, that's funny.
Dude, no, there has to be bloopers. There's no way that kid sat there straight faced on the first take with Arnie being all fucking Woah, ooh. No way.
I don't know.
But unfazed, he just gets up and goes over and starts coloring. He's all
until Arnold's like, I'll get you something for Christmas.
What do you want? Like whatever it is. And
the toy.
Yeah, he jumps up.
I want to
recites like the entire commercial, even the accessories and batteries not sold separately or something like that.
My favorite part was that he said the one with the arms that move and the legs that move, and I was like, low goals.
Yeah, really,
man. Low goals. The one with the moving arms.
I mean, I had some of those like.
I know he meant like a specific figure, but it was just funny that like that was the bar he was aiming for. I want the one that can move.
He wanted to make sure he didn't get like
I don't want a statue,
2-inch tall ones.
Well, he's like, I don't want a statue. Yeah. I want to make sure
the little LGN fucking action figures.
Action figure, not a doll.
Not a doll,
as they say and point out in the movie.
Yes. Action figure, more opposable usually.
Mm-hmm. Doll, stiff.
Mm-hmm. Only the one joint, their shoulders only move.
No, Barbie being the exception to the rule.
I always felt like I broke her arm when I did that, though.
It's different now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You can actually evolve. It's supposed to move now.
Back then, No, back then they were just that weird poppable. I know what you're talking about.
It's just like it was
click. But if you clicked it too far.
Oh God, I feel like I'm breaking her.
I know.
You know the poor, like Toy Story style. She's just in her brain, just screaming.
Yeah, so
everything's all good.
Well, he says he wants the toy.
Yeah.
Arnold says, I'll get you the toy.
I'll get you the
Again,
toy.
I'll point out, at this point in the movie, we don't know that it's 2 days before Christmas. We literally find that out in 5 minutes.
5 seconds here. Yeah.
Which is the next morning. But so he made this promise to his son. Let's all keep this in our minds. With him knowing it was 2 days till Christmas, with him knowing that he wouldn't be shopping that night, so he knew he was promising his son, I'm going to buy you something, regardless of, we find out it's the world's hottest toy.
Yeah.
But even not knowing that, it's pretty outlandish to promise your kid that you're going to be able to buy them something on Christmas Eve.
Anything specific. You can be like vague. I'm going to go buy you a present. But don't tell them what it is. You can do that. But don't be like, no, I'm going to go get you this specific thing. Yeah, not on Christmas Eve. You probably fucking ain't.
But yeah, so he wakes up the next day. That's when the mom makes the announcement that it is Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Or the kid. Someone does, right?
Yeah, because they're going to the parade.
Yeah, and she was like, don't forget, Christmas is tomorrow. And that's when you're like, the fuck? What? He's about to go out now? And no, and the kid does. He brings it. You're right. He brings up the parade.
That made me laugh.
No, this is crazy. The kid's like, yeah, we always go to the Christmas parade. You can't miss the parade. And then he goes, every year. And the dad's like, I've never been to this parade. And the kid's like, yeah, last year? Wait, I don't think you were there. And then the year before that?
Oh, wait, I don't think you were there.
You weren't there that time.
I don't think you were there the past few years. But me and Mom go every year.
Every year. And it's like, damn, dude, this guy literally...
Right? It was so bad.
Well, it's not even enough. They just want you to be like, oh, he's always missed the parade. It's worse than that. It's that he's always missed the parade and never paid attention to his wife and son talk about
the parade.
Going to the parade.
Oblivious to the entire world, man. If it's not mattress related,
again,
doesn't care.
He's so lucky to be married.
Right?
I can't. It's nuts.
But yeah, this is where our real adventure begins.
Yeah, this is where everything before this is kind of just exposition.
Yeah, just
they're setting up what's about to happen.
Yeah.
The real bulk of the movie goes from right here. He obviously just goes first place you're gonna go. Toy store. He just goes to a toy store.
Yeah, it's not open yet. There's a big crowd of people.
He meets Myron.
This is where we meet Sinbad. Love Sinbad.
Myron the mailman. I love the alliteration. Myron the mailman.
Myron the mad mailman. Because he's nuts.
He is definitely insane.
Because he starts going on about how the toys are all a ploy, and it's just so the government can control you and all this other shit. Blah. And he's like, I know this stuff. I took a semester of junior college, so I know.
He's definitely supposed to be like a tinfoil hat underneath the mailman hat.
Oh, definitely.
100%. He is a conspiracy-loving guy, for sure. He mentions a few throughout the movie. We're just waiting in line. They're waiting for the store to open. Yeah. People outside... all in a frenzy. And we get one of our first, I think it's just played in the background of the scene though. We get one of our first times where someone like mentions Booster or what, right? Is that the cat's name?
Yeah, the Booster, the Turbo Man's sidekick thing.
The tiger cat thing. But it's so funny because throughout the whole movie, whenever people are getting ready to try to get this Turbo Man toy, like someone brings up either it's the people in the store or like you hear a random person in the crowd bring up Booster, and everybody else is like, no one fucking cares about Booster.
No one wants Booster. Booster sucks.
That's why there's so many boosters.
And you hear the store clerks and shit. They're just like, we got plenty of boosters, and everybody's just like, no one wants that.
Yeah. So again, the first time we see this, the store opens up and chaos breaks out.
Stampede.
This is true. This is like Black Friday.
Yeah, Black Friday. They knock down the poor clerk guy and just stomp him.
Yeah, this is insanity. But when they get back there,
Myron and Howard, the
first one's back there. They're like,
there's none of them.
There's none left. But we were the first ones here. What do you mean?
What's going on? And they ask the
he's
guy,
like, oh, we don't have none of those.
They laugh in their face. And then he gets the other guy and he's like, these guys want Turbo Mans. And that guy starts laughing. And they grab a random lady walking by and tell her. And she's just like, hey, everyone, these guys want a Turbo Man.
Thought they were going to get a Turbo. And everybody's, now here's my thing.
The whole store's laughing.
What toy were the rest of these crazy ass parents?
I have no idea. Right? What are you all beating the shit out of each other
if
for?
It wasn't for the Turbo Man.
Damn sure ain't Booster.
I don't know.
Dementor.
Maybe.
You need the bad guy. So Turbo Man has somebody to fight.
It's true. It is definitely a moment where I was just like, I don't understand what the hell these people were trying to go get.
No, because they trashed the store. Yeah. Like they're knocking down aisles and beating the crap out of each other.
Because I've never known Christmas Eve to actually be that kind of shopping day.
I worked the Thanksgiving one, the Black Friday one. That one
was like that.
Oh, no, we were about to go grab bats from the sporting goods to get, because we had the PlayStations and the Xboxes in my section.
Like, Christmas Eve isn't like big on sales. It's literally, that's just the day for people who forgot to buy things.
It's mostly just dads who forgot to buy shit.
So most of them aren't waiting at 7 o'clock in the morning trying to beat each other up.
No, they're just like, I gotta find something.
So like I said, it was a little strange. What were the rest of them here for? Doesn't matter though.
Whatever.
We'll move on from location one. What happens when they leave?
The store clerk guy's like, well, one lady left with one, but she had it in layaway, though. She's in a fur coat, and they chases after her, but she very, very justifiably just stomps it and drives away. And then we have, like, sad Howard, like, oh. And then we get a montage
of him going
to like every toy store. He's calling people.
We see hours go by.
Yeah, the clock's just going. Can't find none. Nowhere.
Of course not.
No, because they're it's like Elmo back in the day.
Everyone has that damn booster, though.
Yeah, everybody, because they're all like,
they make sure that we see people offering him the booster.
It to him, like, we got this,
smacking it out of their hands and stuff. Like, no one wants booster.
He punches the Turbo Man cutout, and it comes back and hits him in the head, and he freaks out and tears it in half.
Oh, we've done ourselves a disservice.
Oh no,
we're gonna stop right now. We've jumped past Ted several times.
Oh shit.
Phil Hartman.
That's right. It cuts back to the family and shit.
Well, and we even forgot him during
when he was leaving the house.
And the karate ceremony. Yeah. It's not important. We can't move on without talking about Ted for a couple of seconds.
He's important. Fucking Ted.
He's important just because he's there to be an extra. Well, he's an extra antagonist. Right? Yeah, he's the at-home antagonist, not the one who's actually in his face all the time. But he's doing things to antagonize
Howard.
We missed. He's always there by the wife. He's there at the karate tournament because he lives next door. His son is best friends with her
Jamie and shit. Yeah.
He's already made the moves on lots of other.
Oh yeah, because all the other moms are always coming up to him and be like, "Oh hey, can you? I got another project
for you.
Fix this because you're so good with your hands."
Now I don't know if Liz is just oblivious to this, or this as a collective they just like, is he the quagmire of the group? They all just look past it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but they definitely don't address it. No, but he definitely does it. He's constantly trying to edge his way in.
Always trying to. He's like trying to like put his arm around.
The only one I want to jump backwards for just a second to really cover, though, like specifically, is when he left the house, because when Howard
left the house.
No, yeah, when Howard left the house to start this day,
this whole thing.
Ted had a reindeer.
Yeah, he did.
We forgot I can't believe
we forgot the reindeer.
Again, it's because right now it was real quick. It was just like, here's a reindeer. What are you going to do with it? And you're just like, God, Ted's extra.
Yeah, he is.
Why has he got a reindeer? And then it just kind of just washes.
It's for his son, but the reindeer hates Howard.
Yeah, and then but that was it. That was a real quick scene. Again, it's tragic that we've jumped over it knowing where it goes, but it was really quick.
Yeah.
We'll get back to where we were, mainly because we were about to get to another Ted conversation.
Yeah.
So this is a moment once we've seen Howard deal with all these different stores, right? Yeah. He finally is just like, he's starting to feel run down. He realizes just how much of the day has gone by, right? And he needs to call home, check on what's going on.
Report in.
Try to be like, just tell them something.
Yeah, I'm going to be late.
Because the wife still thinks he bought this already.
Yeah,
so
he
can't
told her
be like,
he's going to the office to go find it.
Because he left it there.
He left it at the office, right?
So he's just trying to come up with a story about why he's not immediately back home. So he calls her. Again, not even important because he doesn't get a hold of her. No. She's taking a shower.
Ted answers the phone.
Because Ted showed up and told her,
you're working too hard, or you're baking all this shit. You again, go.
Total sleazy dude.
Oh, it's not nice. It is creepy.
Well, and he walked into her house.
Right? Like he owned the place?
Well, because she definitely didn't know he was there.
No.
His son was playing there for sure. But
right. But he just walks in. And then, like, takes her apron off by, like, creepy hugging.
Smells her.
Oh, it was so creepy. He's such a sleaze.
He sends her off to take a shower, and so when Howard calls, he answers, and he's like, oh, I'm here making your cookies.
I'm eating your wife's cookies.
Oh, they're so weird,
good.
Sexual.
The implication is clear.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely cookies. You guys can't see us, but we were doing air quotes around
we
cookies.
Did it all for the cookie.
Yes,
the cookie.
Exactly. If you know, you know. But yeah,
I know that's not right.
No, people will get it.
Yeah, they'll get it, though.
It's the radio edit.
Yeah.
Oh,
is it really?
That was what the radio edit was.
Nice. Well, I am correct. Yay. He says that he's eating the cookie, and Arnold's on the other side of the
phone. Put my cookie down!
Put my cookie down!
That is my cookie! It is very comical, Arnold, in response. Is very funny, Phil Hartman, because this is totally not really the kind of... Usually when you see Phil... This is a Phil Hartman voice character more than it is a Phil Hartman, like, normal, like, when you see him. Yeah, when you see him in
live action.
Normally when you see him live action, he's actually kind of the nice guy character.
He's like the nice dad and stuff, which he...
Is,
but he's a sleazebag about it.
It's really
weird,
strange. Yeah. He's walking the line of a couple of different people.
The dad from Family Matters / Quagmire.
Yeah. Definitely. That's what I would say.
Right.
While this conversation went on, though, or even it was like before, we do get to see a rare moment of Ted letting his true colors fly out when he screams at the
he yells at the kids because he burns his fingers.
He gets real fucking mad.
Like, calm down in there. All they were doing was sparring. They were just doing their karate moves. It's not like they were even like fighting. That's all they were doing. If you look behind them, literally all they're doing.
Now that Howard hasn't been able to get a hold of his wife, he's extra freaked out. Adds to his mental state here. He's extra panicked because now he really wants the toy and he really needs to do it now so he can get home.
Yeah.
To get Ted the hell out of his house. But he runs into Myron again.
Yeah, like as soon as he gets off the phone, coincidentally on the street, just happens to be there.
Again,
this happens a lot.
It happens a lot, and I'll point out, like, the movie makes it seem like this is a buddy movie. Well, not even a buddy. The trailers definitely made you almost think buddy movie, right? Yeah. Do you remember when you were a kid? Like, they didn't make it seem like they were against each other. They made it seem like they were.
Myron was their mailman,
right?
Like
again, they were a team, to get the doll. It's not what it is. He's not even really like a true antagonist because we see him so randomly and so. For such a short amount of time, usually when we see him.
But he's just kind of there to thwart Arnold Schwarzenegger's character.
Yeah, he's totally just there to cause a problem for Howard. But even not all the time. Like, again, he shows up right now.
Yeah, he's trying to make an alliance. Like, we'll work together.
And Howard shoots him down.
Starsky and Hutch, Johnny Quest and Haji.
Howard's like, I'm sorry, man. That's totally something I got to do on my own.
Yeah.
As soon as he finds that out,
dude,
Myron's back to...
You're racist.
Yeah,
that's
Myron's
exactly
back to...
what Jesse Jackson was talking about.
And they hear about another possible doll.
Yeah, from some guy just... I guess his buddy's waiting in the car, and he just came out and was like, "They have them at some
Down
store."
Here. Some lady slams her door. Right. She starts peeling off. They're like, "We gotta go."
This is where he knocks over the cop car, backing up, or not cop car, the cop motorcycle.
They are running on their way to get to the next location, which when they get there, it's a mall.
It's a Mall of America, isn't it?
I don't know if it's a mall.
It's a huge mall.
I don't know if they tell us what. Do they ever tell us where they're at?
No, I don't even know what city this is supposed to be.
If they tell us, I didn't pay attention. That's what I was going to say. Mall of America would be too specific for something where they've been pretty nondescript. It is a big mall.
It's huge. It's got like 3 stories and shit.
But yeah, so they get there and they find out that there's going to be a lottery.
Yeah, they have bouncy balls. Everybody who gets a ball can get a Turbo Man. And they're like, you got to form an orderly line. Well,
it's not everybody gets a ball. It was a lottery. It was everybody that gets a ball has a chance.
I thought it was just we have this many balls. This is how many dolls we have.
No, if it were like that, then there were lots of them, and everybody would have gotten their own ball. They wouldn't have fought over specifically having the one that was left. They wanted to be a lottery to get. They do use the word lottery, right? Do you not remember that?
No, I just remember him being a dick about them or getting in line. I've told you to be quiet. Man, I'm like, this is the clerk I didn't feel bad when they knocked him down. The first one I felt bad for. He was just like, no, we're not open yet. Deal with it.
Yeah.
That's fair. But yeah, the 2 guys with all the balls, they panic, right? Because everybody's trying to grab them, and they just toss them all up in the air. And then the scramble is on.
Everybody goes nuts trying to get a ball. Myron gets one right, but
Arnold grabs it, but then Myron jumps on him and maces him in the face and takes it. And Howard's like, he grabbed 2 to the crowd, and the whole crowd chases it.
On him.
Yeah, and then we get the magic bouncing ball that bounces forever until the little girl grabs it and runs off into the ball pit with it. And Howard jumps in after the moms are all beating the shit out of him, calling him a pervert. He didn't get the ball.
It ends in the weird play area at the mall, which is right beside
the mall Santa.
Yeah, and so while all of it's going on, we see that the mall Santa's like, hey, I got a proposition for you. Yeah, and it's Jim Belushi as the mall Santa. He's trying to make a deal.
Yeah, a clandestine black market deal. He's like, I got what you're looking for. Show him. And his little elf buddy comes up, has the Polaroid of the Turbo Man holding a newspaper with today's date, like a kidnapping.
Howard's like, how do I even know that's real?
Yeah.
How do I know that's today? I don't know.
Right, all that stuff.
He's just you just gotta trust me. You can't keep talking about this all out.
Right, because there's like a cop walking past him in there.
And so we see that Howard decides to just roll with it.
Yeah.
Take his chances.
And they drive off to this compound with guard Santas and Santa reindeer dogs because they have the little antlers on them and shit. And
it's weird. It's totally
there's
black.
A secret password.
It's black market Santa world that they've got going on.
It's a huge operation.
There's tons of, again, what we will find out are most likely just black market Mexican toys.
Cheap knockoffs.
But we don't know that yet. We just see that this is a warehouse full of all kinds of kids' toys. And that
Santas and shit walking around.
Santas and elves.
Santas and elves.
And they're all encompassing because if you're a midget and you want to be a Santa, you can be a Santa. Mm-hmm. They've got that.
Yeah.
They're not going to tell you have to be an elf.
No.
They're beyond that.
Look, he was cool too. He was a little tiny little Santa. It was great.
Arnold's just like, okay, well, let's see what
Give
you got.
The thing, and they're like, money first, $300.
Which is outrageous.
That's nuts, but what are you going to do at this point, right?
Yep. And so then we get
the cheap Mexican knockoff one.
Right? Well, he hands it to him.
It's all wrapped up.
It's wrapped up, and so he starts to check it.
Whoa! No, don't open that. And he rips it open, and he pushes it, and it says, I guess, what is turbo time in Spanish.
Yeah. And then, of course, though, parts fall out.
Yeah, so he opens it, it all falls on the ground and shit.
They're like, "Oh, we'll help you get it out."
Yeah, well, put it back. And there's some assembly required.
It wasn't even. He wouldn't even admit that it was like the Mexican knockoff.
Right.
He goes, "It's the multinational one. It's educational.
It's educational and fun."
It was just like, "Come on now, get off of it. Get off of it."
But yeah, Arnold's like, well, fuck you, screw you, give me my money back. And they're like, no, that's not how this shit works. And then we get the big Santa fight, right?
Yeah.
I love this stuff.
Arnold takes out a bunch of them right away.
With a big candy cane.
Yeah,
he's smacking the shit out of them.
So he starts taking out all kinds of them. So he takes out enough of them, though, that they have to call out.
They got to call out the Big Santa.
That's right.
Big 7 foot tall, 500-pound, big show Santa. Paul White, my dude, what's up? For all you wrestling fans out there.
And again, Arnold is not a little guy.
No, he is
in this scene
tiny compared to Big Show.
He looks like nothing.
He looks like he looks like one of the midgets standing next to him, right? Like it's like no, you're a little tiny man now, aren't you?
The fight goes on.
Yeah, he goes to hit him with the candy cane. It just breaks, and Show's just like nah, bonk.
Now that being said, though, he starts to get the upper hand.
Yeah, Big Show accidentally punches poor little midget Santa and shit, and then he kicks him in the balls, and then they all dogpile on him, and then he comes up and shocks him.
He's got the stun gun. This was literally one of the things that was in the trailer as a kid. Like was the Santa fight and the elf with the stun gun coming
right in the ass.
Yeah, it's one of those moments that will literally, it's always going to be fried in my head. Right. Will never live anywhere else.
It's fucking hilarious. But then the cops show up. They bust in and start arresting the Santas.
Well, of course they do. It's a black market Santa ring.
Poor Santa.
With cheap Mexican toys.
Knockoffs for like way overpriced.
Yeah, $300. These people were raking in some
they
cash.
were.
They show up and they're like, "Who are you?" What the luckiest man.
So good.
He looks down, he sees fake cop toy stuff sitting in front of him.
Fake badges and
shit. He pulls it up and he's like, "I'm blah 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 blah.
I'm detective, whatever the fuck.
I can't believe you guys.
I've been undercover for months.
This was such a rookie move. You guys don't know what
the commissioner's going to hear about this. Now go arrest somebody." And they kind of salute, and he just fucks off.
Rightfully so. Slinks out the door and sneaks away.
Sneaks off.
Well, I think what we're supposed to see in the car is that he's supposed to be like having a moment where he decides, I just need to go home, right?
Yeah.
Like you can tell he's kind of feeling defeated,
right? And then
of course he runs out of gas because of course in a moment like that where you're like, I'm just gonna do the right thing.
Fuck it. No gas.
Yep.
And lucky he's Arnold Schwarzenegger because he has to push that giant SUV.
That's right.
However long till he gets to that diner.
This is when he calls and he talks to Jamie this time. Jamie makes the joke about petting Ted. No, he makes the joke about petting Ted.
Because the goat's name is Ted. He's like, "Where's your mom?" She's like, "Oh, she's next door petting Ted. Okay. I named it Ted after my dad because he's awesome." And then the fat kid's like, "Your dad should probably get a divorce. It did wonders for my dad."
He definitely doesn't know that they named it Ted because when he left the house,
it was just reindeer.
Well, because it was going to be leaving.
Yeah.
In less than 24, I can't believe they named let him. Yeah, I'd have been like, no, it's leaving too quickly for that.
Yeah, and we're not naming it. Don't get attached.
You're gonna get too attached doing something like that. That was my problem. I was like, why would you even do that? That's so nuts. Yeah. So the son though reads his dad the fucking riot act.
Yeah, he does.
Rightfully so.
He deserved it. But
and then Howard decides to fucking snap on his kid, even though again everything the kid said was fucking valid.
All the kid said was you promised you were going to be at the thing,
and that you break your
promises all the time. You need to keep your promises, just like Turbo Man says. You can't keep your promises if you want to keep your friends, or some shit.
But no, poor Howard, he can't take being told off by his kids, so he snaps. Of course, his wife hears it. Again, I don't understand how he's married.
I don't either.
The amount of shit she hears and she just lets slide.
Right?
Like she's not mad at him. Because she's not screaming in the background.
All she says is just, "Damn you, Howard."
Yeah,
like sad sigh. It's like no, there's just a little more of a like that motherfucker.
Yeah. Now though, we actually get to enjoy the diner, right?
Right.
The phone call's over and he goes to sit down.
Completely defeated.
Myron shows up again.
Right. They're going to commiserate a little bit.
How do they keep finding each other?
He's following him because he's hoping he's going to get a doll. That's what I think.
It's insane.
But they're going to commiserate. They're drinking the coffee. Myron pulls out the whiskey bottle.
Yeah. Has a couple. They start sharing misery over a drink, lamenting about Christmases past.
Yeah, like, Myron's dad didn't get him a toy.
Johnny 7 OMA.
The one-man army gun.
7 guns in one.
He didn't get one, but the guy down the street got one. He's a billionaire. Now me, I'm just a nobody with no future. And then he's looking.
I'm telling you the conspiracy theories this guy has.
Right. And then Arnold's looking at him and he like shifts into Jamie drinking from the whiskey bottle. And he freaks out. He's like, "Oh God, I'm a terrible father."
Yeah. Drunken hallucinations on Christmas Eve are never good.
No,
except for to inspire you to do the right thing.
Which this
kind of did.
Because the radio starts talking to him.
It did until he heard there was a possibility to get another one.
The radio starts telling him about if you can name all the reindeer.
And they're all like...
You win a Turbo Man doll.
They start counting in their heads like, I got this.
I can't do it. I don't know what they all are.
No, I'm not even going to commit to that right now.
Write it in the comments.
But yeah, they mumble over each one being like, I think I know all.
Yeah, and Arnold's like, I got it. So they go to run for the phone, and then they fight over it.
Rips it out
of the wall, which if I was Diner Guy, I'd be a lot more pissed off about.
I can't even believe it, though. Yeah, Myron just rips it
right out of the wall.
Arnold, they answer.
Right? Yeah, because he gets through. Right when he gets through, he's like, I know it, and he pulls it right out of the thing.
Outrageous. And then what's really funny, though, is Myron knows it's out. He ripped it out himself. And you see him start to talk into it.
He's sitting there, he's starting to talk into it while
you're
he's
like,
getting beat up.
What are you doing, my man? You're the one who broke it.
You broke it. You know it don't work. But then the Diner Guy's like, guys, the radio station's like 2 blocks that fucking way. Yeah, so then they run and they get stuck in the door.
Yeah, trying to run out.
Right, I love that shit.
They make it out. It's a dead run.
It's a foot race. And Arnold is just laughing. He's like, I can run like this for miles.
Yeah.
And Sinbad's he's dropping packages out of his bag. He's like, I got to drop weight. I'm too heavy.
Yeah. We see they do get to the radio station. They make it inside. Arnold, I want to say it's outrageous. They made it into a live recording room.
Nobody stopped him. Nobody tried to stop him.
Nobody.
All the way to
almost
the
like the DJ was the only person in the entire building. Like, I don't buy it.
No, not at all.
But so they make it in. We see the DJ. It's played by
Martin Mull. I like him. He played Colonel Mustard in Clue.
He's also Mr. Kraft
from Sabrina.
That's right. Any diehard Melissa Joan Hart fans out there?
I like that show.
Heartheads?
Hardies?
I don't know.
You guys too close to Hardee's.
Yeah. I'm sure there's someone out there who's a diehard
Melissa-nites.
Let us know what you like to go by. But yeah, so we see the DJ. He quickly is freaked out because nobody comes in this building. You can tell.
Arnold
he's like, what is
banging
happening?
on the door. I know it. I know.
He gets inside.
He kicks the door
and he just
open.
says all the reindeers' names really fast. Again, so fast you can't even process if he said
with that accent. I wouldn't have known what the fuck he was doing.
And again, you can tell dude is still not it's half clicking. He's like, he said all the name of the reindeer.
Right.
And then, of course, right about the time Myron shows up.
And he's like, it's too late. I won.
And Myron's like, oh, yeah?
You ain't win. I don't need to win when I got this.
And he's holding a tiny little
box. And they're like, okay,
what?
The hell?
Like, it's a bomb.
Don't you all watch the news? Hundreds of these things come through the mail every day. I just kept one in case I needed it.
Well, no. He says it's a bomb, and at first, before we even get that revelation, though, Arnold was like, "You made a bomb?"
You made a bomb.
And he's like, "Oh, I didn't have to."
He's like, "No, I didn't make it,"
which I loved. I was like, again, conspiracies. This dude and his fucking conspiracies.
He starts going off with the thing about the bomb and stuff to the point where he even throws it up in the air, and they all dive. It's just a little music box.
Oh no!
Right.
And so Arnold then realizes, this man's got no leverage on me. Right. I can take him. I can take him.
Whip his ass. But Martin Mull steps in.
He's like, whoa, wait. He's laughing at them.
He is. He's like, wait, because he finally realized what's happening.
You guys thought I had one of those dolls here?
Like in the studio?
You can't find those things fucking anywhere. Are you guys stupid?
I got a certificate, a little piece of paper.
It's just good for whenever they restock.
Yeah, when they get one, you'll get one eventually.
Yeah. Again, we were going to mail this to somebody.
Right.
We didn't expect someone to come down here.
That's not how radio shit works.
By the time you would have gotten it in the mail, you might have already been able to buy one.
Right. You would have been able to just go to the store, and then you could have 2. You get a free one, buy one, get one free. There you go.
But no. Then the cops show up.
Yeah, the cops show
because
up
because a smart man,
he tried to call the cops when Arnold kicked his freaking door in.
And again, we also assume this is
on live radio
because he barged right into the recording studio.
So there's people in their cars. I don't know how cell phones in the 90s work, but somebody,
at least one person.
Yeah, at least one person was like, or a car phone was just like, somebody's attacking the DJ at the radio station.
Dude, this was the 90s. People were listening to the radio at home still.
Yeah,
they were sitting in their house and somebody might have heard sitting by the phone.
Right, help him.
But yeah, so the cops show up. They're all guns out.
It's the same cop from earlier that catches Arnold.
Well, no, he tries to make it out. Right,
yeah, he tries to go for
all the cops show up. Myron is the one that's like, oh shit.
Yeah. They have him surrounded. He had dipped off to the side a little bit.
Slipped down the side. Thought he was going to make it out. Howard thought he was good. Starts to run down the stairs. Boom.
It's that goddamn cop. It's the same cop from when he got pulled over, and when he knocked over the motorcycle. All of it.
Just can't win for losing.
The cop shows up. He's like, you just can't stay out of trouble, can you?
He takes them up to where the rest of the group is. Yep. They're all gathered around. Myron pulls out the same trick.
He pulls out another box. And this is a bomb.
You guys are going to let me go. They're all like laughing. They're like, what? Well, no. All the real cops.
Yeah.
Not the one that we've seen before. Yeah. The rest of them that are wearing full gear. They're like, oh shit, it's a bomb. And the other guy's like, it's not a bomb. You guys are stupid. While this is going on, again, I will give Howard. He is crafty. He is sly. He sneaks out again. Everybody was distracted, and he said, yoink.
Yep, because they're all dealing with
the gift certificate.
He did. He kept the gift certificate. So they can get another one later.
Yeah, because this never comes up again.
Never again.
But as far as we know, it's just he forgets about it, and it's in his back pocket.
Yeah, he's going to find it in like 2 weeks and be like, oh, hey.
He sneaks out. Myron throws it.
Yeah, he throws it up.
Just like before.
And then gets on the elevator and leaves.
Dude picks it up. Our officer. Yeah, he's like, told you guys.
I was on the bomb squad for 10 years.
And we had nothing to worry about. And he just shakes it, and he's just risking everything. It's already dropped. Again,
it's already been dropped.
It's been shaken.
He picked it up. He didn't pick it up gently. He just kind of picked it up, shook it.
He finally rips it.
He just rips it open.
And it is. Bang! This time, Myron's bluff was real.
He didn't know that, though. When he's running away.
He's running away, and he's like, psychopaths or whatever. What's he say?
This is a sick world we live in.
Yeah.
Sick people.
Crazy. Literally, you can even see Howard when he's outside, when it blows up. He was like, oh, shit.
Right. Can't deal with that right now, though. Off we go. But is that when he's walking back to the...
This is when he sees his car.
And it's all stripped.
And it's stripped. Again, I
don't feel like this was that bad of a neighborhood.
This was not that bad of a neighborhood. It was out of gas, which I guess is why they stripped it, because they couldn't...
No, they couldn't just steal it.
They couldn't hotwire it and take it. But I mean, when I say stripped, I mean stripped. Panels are gone.
They took the doors.
Wheels are gone.
The hood's gone.
It is stripped.
It's just
spray paint. It's tagged.
Right. Merry Christmas.
But so he has to get it
towed all the way back. So
at this point again,
he has admitted complete defeat. He's like, I'm done. I'm going home.
There's no magical radio ferry to stop him this time.
Nothing.
So he has the car towed home.
Yep.
He gets home.
Fucking Ted.
He sees Ted again. Putting the star on his tree.
That is my star.
Now, I will at least point out, in his wife's defense, this time, she had a problem.
Oh, yeah. She immediately...
She saw Ted,
like, no.
And she said, excuse me, sir, you're doing what to my tree right now?
Right. That's my husband's job. He's very adamant about it.
You don't get to do that.
No.
Oh, but it's Christmas Eve, and I saw that it wasn't. No.
No, because he's such a smarmy little fucking prick.
Yeah, he's always got to have an answer. He always has one more answer.
Even when she's like, he's adamant about it, he's just like, well, he could be adamant about spending time with his family.
Dude,
and like, I'd have fucking slapped you.
Ted, dude. That's not even started.
Let's wait. He gets his.
That's right. This moment, though, Howard has an idea. Because he says, fuck Ted.
Fuck Ted.
I'm going to teach Ted a lesson.
Told Howard earlier that, I already have a Turbo Man. I bought it months ago. It's sitting under my tree. So Howard's like, bet. I'm going to go snatch that fucking
I'll teach him. He's going to try to take my wife. I'll take his
I'll go take his goddamn Turbo Man.
He goes over to the house, gets inside.
Nice and easy. Just kind of credit cards the door open.
Sees it, grabs it. All good.
Right. Goes to go out the door. Carolers. Damn.
Thankfully. Carolers give him a moment to have his moment of clarity.
Yep, because as he goes out the back door, he's like...
Well, he realizes, I'm not fucking Ted over by taking this Turbo Man.
I'm screwing the kid.
That kid doesn't deserve this.
And it's my son's best friend, as far as we can tell from the movies.
Yeah.
I'm a dick. I'm going to go put it back.
So he does. Only problem when he opened the door.
Fucking reindeer.
He sees the reindeer.
And the reindeer, as
nice
we remember,
doggy.
The reindeer hates Howard.
Nice doggy.
Nice doggy.
So the reindeer barges in. Now we got a situation. There's a house fire.
Yeah.
And a reindeer.
Yeah,
he traps the reindeer in a room.
And then it has to go and try and put out the little head from the mannequin that caught on fire. And his solution to this is to soccer kick it through the window.
Where everybody, including Ted and his wife, are now outside because the carolers they were watching the carolers.
Right.
Oh my God. Just a horrible chain of events.
Right.
And they look up And of course he hasn't put the doll down.
No, he's still holding it.
At no point does he think I should put the gift down.
He could have easily explained everything.
He even sees them look inside.
Right.
When they get in the door, he's still holding it. He had, 45 seconds? 45 seconds to put it down.
Toss it in the other direction.
He could have lied and even said, I tried to save this one.
Right? Something. Because he's like, I heard the smoke alarm and I came in and there was fire and I didn't know what to do. No, he was just standing there like a dipshit holding the present.
Before we move away from this comedy of errors with Howard and everything that just happened, I want to point out that we also see another... Again, we already know Ted is extra. The man fucking rented / bought a reindeer for his son. But we see that in his living room was a full life-size nativity scene.
That's something you usually put outside. In his living room. Right next to the fucking tree.
What? That's so extra.
Put it outside like everyone else. People can see it that way, right? That's where my aunt puts hers.
Yeah, well, that's where a nativity scene is supposed to go. And again, even when they're outside, they're not usually life size.
No, these are like wax.
They're still like they're like 3/4 or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they're still made so that way they look small when you're driving past.
No, one of those wise men was easily 6 feet tall.
It was tall as Arnold,
right?
For sure,
kneeling.
So again, why do you own something like that?
I don't know. He's
Ted. Extra.
I want to smack Ted.
He's so extra. I can't deal with this.
Right.
Man. We'll move away from
Arnie
Ted's
is
house.
In big trouble.
He's in trouble. She's mad. She leaves with
Ted. Has Ted drive them to the parade.
You know it's bad.
Yeah, that's super bad because she is aware of how much of a dipshit he is.
I still feel like she's
really
she's
polite.
Totally Lois and Quagmire. Like, right? Lois never seems to understand how dirty he is. She just kind of is like, Quagmire. It's like that. I don't think she realizes until hearing a little bit when he actually really goes for it, just how bad it is, right? Like, I think she just literally has, like, blinders and hasn't noticed.
He makes just off-color comments sometimes.
I don't think she's noticed just how bad it is.
Yeah.
That being said, though, Howard has.
Yeah.
Howard knows. And he just watched his wife
drive away with that dick. And his son. His son goes with him. Oh, yeah. All the kids and everybody. They're off to the parade.
So now he's wallowing in his misery out back,
drinking beer with the reindeer. Their buddy.
So they made amends.
Yeah,
because he knocked the reindeer out during the whole fire scene.
Yeah, it came running out, and he came around. Bop, he knocked it out. But they're cool now. They're out back. They're having a few beers. It's all good.
He makes amends though. He does. They're good. But he realizes he needs to now make amends, not just with the reindeer,
right?
But with his wife
family and stuff.
And his son.
He saw the picture of his Jamie had drawn.
No, that's what I was going to say. He sees inside because he's partying with the reindeer by his son's
clubhouse
that he built. They talked about earlier.
In the diner, yeah.
So his touching Christmas
when he was
memory,
the hero.
When he was good. And he looks inside, and this is one of those key takeaways for everybody too. Regardless what you think you need to do for your kids, you're their hero anyway.
Yeah.
The toy wasn't what made him the hero. The toy wasn't going to make him the hero.
The fact that Dad came through.
Being there and doing what he promised was going to make him the hero. Yeah. And Jamie still sees it. Again, the whole point was supposed to be that through all of the upsetness, Jamie, he saw the drawing to be like, oh, I am still his hero.
Yeah.
He still does this.
He still draws me.
Right, because again, that's not new. That wasn't old. That was something supposed to be new.
Because I think that was one of the, when they were earlier in the movie, that was one of the things he was drawing.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
when he was mad.
So he still sees his dad as the hero. So he realized, like, I need to be the hero my kid sees me as.
Yeah, so
I just got to get there.
Off to the parade.
And he gets to the parade. Again, I will point out, much like earlier, like at the diner, before the diner, he had made a decision that he was done, but then something pulls him back in. So he is ready to be done. He's ready just to find his family at the parade, right?
Right.
Gets there. Who does he run into?
He runs into that goddamn cop.
Again.
Knocks him down.
Much like Myron.
Yeah, he just keeps running into this guy.
Some magnetic pull between these two.
That cop's hands are all bandaged because he was holding the bomb and shit.
Well, he just gets continually more, right? Like he lost the hat at some point because he'd been flustered, I guess, so much or something.
Through it.
Yeah. He just slowly gets more and more dressed down throughout the whole movie.
But he chases Arnie off. And he's
just running through alleyways, through buses?
Buses and shit.
What's this?
He hides in a building, and when he gets in the building...
Well, and up the stairs. I still have so many questions about exactly where he was supposed to be.
I have no idea.
And
what was with the school buses?
What was with the school buses? He went upstairs. If you were the people putting the float ready, why would the actors be upstairs? Wouldn't it be something ground level? Maybe in a giant garage because they would just get onto the float from. None of it made sense. No. But I digress. Let's get back. He definitely makes it into a building, and when he gets in there, he gets bombarded by people, and he finds out he's being dressed to be Turbo Man for the float in the parade.
Right, he just walks in there. He's like, "Are you the guy? We got the guy!" And he's like, and again, 1,000 words a second. They're stripping his clothes
as this guy
off.
Is throwing words at him so fast.
Now, you read the manual, right? Well, we worked the thing out, and the PSI is now at 50%, not 70%. You got to keep your thing and make sure this thing is over. Do you remember the manual we said?
And again, as that's happening,
he's getting put into the suit.
He's getting manhandled, so
like
he can't follow
50
it.
people.
While all this is going on, we have Booger from Revenge of the Nerds show up.
Booger! Or Snot, if you're an American Dad fan.
He just so happens to be Booster, the guy that nobody likes.
No.
The weird cat.
The weird cat.
That has a T.
Wolf thing?
It still has a T. Right?
For Turbo Man. It's part of Team Turbo.
I know, but it's an animal. It just naturally grew the T, and then when they saw it, they were like, "You should be mine because I wear a T." Because
I have a T, too.
I just, again, like 90s toy commercial logic.
Right. What? This will be a great toy, and then nobody buys it.
Yeah, and nobody did.
Yeah, so we find out just how much everybody hates fucking Booster in a minute.
So now we get to the float.
Yeah, we're on the float. Arnold is Turbo Man.
He's being slightly berated by Booster, telling him like, "Dude, you're supposed to be over here.
You got to be waving at the
this
people.
Now. Do that later. Do this. Blah,
you're
blah,
supposed
blah,
to be
blah,
holding the doll."
It's a lot. Yeah. There's a lot going on
in that Booger voice of his.
And then this scene goes on way too long, so we're not going to talk about it nearly as long as it did. That's all we need to say.
No, basically
the float does magically stop right in front of his kid.
Right in front of his kid.
What's the chances?
And he's supposed to pick a kid from the crowd to give the
what's
Turbo
the chances?
The magic of script.
Right. He's like, I got to pick a kid. And he's like, I picked that kid. And of course, the whole time this is going on, we get this comical moment between Ted's kid and Howard's kid. Yeah, Jamie. It's this moment where they're like, he's talking to me.
He's pointing at me. He's talking to me. You're stupid.
You don't know what you're talking about. He'd only be talking to me. He's talking to me.
Yeah.
And then finally
somebody turns the mic on.
Well, no, before it even starts, like while he's pointing, Howard doesn't know why his son's not coming up right away, right? Like, because he can't hear any of them being like, he's talking to me.
No, he's just
but once he finally realizes it, they turn the mic on and he's like, Jamie. Like, he realized, like, they're fighting about this? No, right. I'm clearly
pointing at the kid in the green hat.
As soon as he says it, Jamie looks at him and he goes, he knows my name. Like we all would have been.
Oh, yeah, dude. No, if the Red Ranger had said, hi, Bo, I've been dead.
And I don't care how cheesy the costume would have looked at. Like, again,
a mall.
I don't know how old this kid is. We're going to say somewhere between 5 and 9.
Yeah.
It could have been the cheesiest costume in the world.
Oh, yeah. Cheap plastic and polyester.
But if we were at some kind of event like this.
Oh, yeah.
And they talked to me.
I would have been dead. Passed out. And like,
boom. I'd have been on cloud 9 for weeks and you couldn't have brought me down.
Oh, my friends would have been so jealous when I got to school. I'd have been like, Red Ranger, talk to me. You knew my name. Yeah. The rest of you suck. I am a Power Ranger. The rest of you aren't.
Nobody could have talked me down from that time.
No.
But so at this moment, we see Howard finally lives up to the promise. It's a really weird way he got there. Again, he didn't think he was going to get there. He's accepted defeat like 4 times.
Yeah, he just keeps lucking into shit.
And trying.
Yeah, and that's the key.
And now
keep trying.
And now he's here.
Right.
Literally handing his son a Turbo Man doll.
On live TV. Because the news people are there.
Because it's Turbo time.
Because it's Turbo time. But...
Well, there's a couple of catches here.
Yeah.
The first catch being... Unfortunately, right now, Jamie still doesn't know that it's Howard getting
he doesn't know
doll.
It's his dad. It's just Turbo Man.
It's just as bad as Santa. You know, because again, the whole point in the beginning was like, he was like, let me do this.
Let me do it.
Santa doesn't do that, and I agree with that.
Yeah.
You should be let your kids know you get them the big, important things. Santa can bring them the dumb, small toys.
Yeah, the small, everybody does it backward. You should be like, Santa fills the stockings. I buy you the cool shit.
That's how it is in my house. That's what I should be.
That's definitely the way it should be.
My kid doesn't...
Smart.
Yeah, my kid doesn't get to think video games come from Santa. No, he knows I buy those.
Santa makes wooden puzzles, and that's what you get in your stocking.
Right? Like, this is...
Yeah, genius. Hell yeah.
I'm going to get credit for the big stuff.
Fuck Santa and his imaginary ass.
And so, again, like, that's the whole thing here, right? Like, the whole thing here is
come
like,
from Dad.
And so he still isn't quite there. Because he's not... he thinks it's Turbo Man.
Right.
But then we get our other crutch. Our other problem
the arch nemesis.
Dementor. And we see there was an actor that was going to be Dementor.
For a half second.
Up often. I can't believe that there was an actor about to do this.
Right? He was going to just slide down.
He was like up on the top of a roof,
he was going to like ripcord down onto the thing.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I can't believe that Myron does do this.
He's mad.
No training.
Mad mailman Myron, I'm telling you.
Myron knocks out whoever was going to play Dementor.
Takes his costume.
We don't know if any of these people were supposed to be the actual people from the show.
No.
For all we know, it is. For all we know, it was always Booger on the show.
Right.
For all we know, Myron just knocked out Bull from Night Court.
I don't know if Myron
I don't know
that.
either.
No,
That's why
that fight's going way different. I love you, Sinbad, but no.
But we don't know.
Yeah. I mean, we snuck up on him.
We've seen nothing to prove to us otherwise. That's all I'm saying. Again, we can both assume it's a float and a parade, so definitely not. But we don't know.
I don't think they're even paid enough for it.
Definitely not. Again.
Especially just ripcord down. Bull ain't doing that shit.
But so we get Dementor hits the float. Howard sees that it's Myron. He knows that this is not good.
No, he's just like, you've took this too far. Like, it's over.
It's over.
I won. The kid has the thing. You can't.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Now, again, the big problem here, Jamie still doesn't know that all of this is his dad standing there.
He thinks this is just the show.
Well, no, he definitely thinks this is real. He's young enough for that, right? Like, look at him. He starts freaking out. He's running. He climbs
The Dementor is going to take my goddamn toy.
He's got to climb.
Oh, dude, he climbs a fucking building.
Yeah. So, again, this is another part, just like the beginning float part. It goes for a little long, but we'll just get to it. There's an epic
chase.
Dementor fight that goes on the float. Well, before we get there, just to get them there. There's a fight on the float, and they fight. He uses the tricks from the show, like the flying hand, which makes no sense in this scene because, like, for a show it made sense. We're like, oh, okay, prop hand back to real hand, but we literally watched Myron shoot off his hand and has nothing, right? It's flat wrist,
there, and then it comes back.
And then he flexes fingers.
Like, ha, ha, ha. I remember, like, real life context, not like movie context.
Yeah, so
like,
I don't.
In the world of the movie, that really happened.
I don't understand.
I don't get how that one worked. Like the discs, I can be like, well, you can build that.
But so during this whole fight, though, we do find out it's a real suit.
It's a real fucking suit. Like, it has a.
Both of them are wearing real
suits that do things
like the show.
I think it's a little over-engineered for the show.
Float in a parade.
In a parade, maybe for the TV show. Sure. I'd appreciate detail like that.
So we see, though, like you said, we get to the end of this battle. Fight. They each pull out their different toys, boomerangs, and this and that. You know, all the toys. Yeah. All the things.
All the gimmicks and gewgaws.
While it's all going down, Jamie makes a run for it. Yeah. And he does. He climbs. This like I hinted at. He climbs. This is why I said building. This is why I said he thinks it's real.
Yeah. He is.
Why would you
do
this unless you thought it was real?
I wouldn't have.
He goes to some dangerous heights. Literally.
There's like a tree. Christmas tree thing made out of pipes and shit.
Even before that, just climbing onto the roof of this building is already kind of nuts because it was like cheap ladder.
Yeah, the fire escape.
It wasn't even a fire escape all the whole way up. It was literally just cheap wrought iron ladder for some of it.
Fucking Myron's behind me like, I'm afraid of heights. You ever seen Vertigo? Does that mean anything to you?
My biggest problem during this was actually Myron, though. Like, I know we're supposed to see he's in the depths of depravity. Yeah. At no point when a child is 3 stories up on a building, flailing off the side, before even climbing the tree part of this, just on the roof of the building.
Try to be like,
was Byron like, oh shit.
Kid, stop. I didn't mean it.
I crossed a line somewhere.
You're going to die. Please come back.
And I should have stopped this. Right. But no, Myron never.
No, he wants that fucking doll.
We see, though, like you said, Jamie climbs this tree. It's like a decorative flat sign. It's like a big sign
tree thing. It's made out of pipes and shit.
And it falls. And so he's now laying horizontal over the street.
Right? And they're just hanging there.
And the actors, the stuntmen, right?
Yeah.
The stuntmen hit each other hard when they do this tree drop
poor
scene.
midget that was playing fucking Jamie in that stunt, he got kicked right in the back by Sinbad.
It was bad.
They went back and added an ADR, freaking ow. They had Jamie go, ow.
They had to.
Because it was real obvious.
At this moment, we see, again, as if it wasn't already crazy that there were like shooting projectiles out of this costume and all this other stuff. It has a working jetpack.
Yes.
And so we see Howard's like, I gotta save my son.
Right.
It's turbo time. Again, we're going to cut past the insanity of the 5 minutes.
Yeah, because it goes on forever.
But so he flies up and he can't control it, so he flies all over the damn place.
Yeah.
We don't even need to get into specifics.
It's funny.
It's funny. It's comedy. It's good.
It goes on a little long.
We'll just wrap it up to he wrecks into the building. Again, perfectly horizontal.
Yeah, like a cartoon. Bing.
Vibrating. Because the rock is still going, so of course he can stay there.
Pressed there.
And then finally, rights himself.
Yeah.
Saves the day.
And he just swoops his kid, and then Myron falls into a bunch of presents. The cops, he's got the doll.
The cops surround him.
He has the doll. I'll give him that. He did get the doll. But
not to the end though, right?
No, he had it. He pulled it out of the backpack and then he fell.
Oh yeah, but then the cops give it to him.
And the cops are like, nope, sorry.
Because they try to hand it to
Jamie.
And then he just gives it back to Myron.
Yeah.
Why did we even need to film that?
Because he's a nice kid.
No, I know that, but I mean, like, did we need to film him hold the doll? Couldn't we just have the doll be anywhere? Like,
I don't know.
That was a weird.
It was, but
like, I'm holding it.
I fall.
You take it.
Now you take it.
You give it to him,
and then
he
get
hands
it back
to me. Like, we could have just had it like fall nondescriptly.
Yeah.
From them up in the tree. Again, it's small, but why?
But Jamie's safe. Everybody's happy. Thank you, Turbo Man. And Jamie gets sad because he's like, I wish Dad would have been here to see me fly around, but he's mad at me because I kind of yelled at him on the phone. And Turbo,
damn right though.
Yeah, I mean, still, but Arnold's like, oh, your dad's not mad at you. Like, how do you know? And he's like, because I'm your dad. Here. Takes the helmet off.
And so then the cops show up. They're like, hey, we think this is yours.
Yeah, hand him the
doll. He says, well, and while this was going on, while they're trying to rush off Myron, you hear Myron being like, but what about my son? He's going to hate me.
I'm not going to be able to look him in the eye.
It's going to be awful. And of course, Jamie, like you said,
nice
being
kid.
the good kid that he is, he hears this, hands the doll to Myron, which again, the cops are just keeping. This is going into evidence, or some cop is taking it to his kid.
Oh, yeah, no, that's definitely what happened to that
Myron's son will still
never
not end up with this. Okay, I promise you guys that. This is the context. This is the setup for Jingle. Well, no, because there is a Jingle All the Way too.
Oh my God, no.
Larry the Cable Guy. Well, yeah, this could have been the setup for a perfect dark sequel.
Oh yeah,
right? Because Myron's kid comes back to get vengeance because he never got that doll.
You stole that doll from my daddy.
But so Jamie gives the doll to Myron just so that he wraps it up with, "I don't need the doll.
I got Turbo Man. Right, I got the real Turbo Man at home. And it's like the worst take of the entire movie. Arnold just being like, oh,
big
cheesy grin.
Half smile. Only the top teeth. You can't see any bottom teeth.
It's bad. It's like the worst take of the entire movie.
He's trying to do the Turbo Man.
Yeah.
He's trying. That's what it was. He's trying to do the dude that played Turbo, that cheesy smile from the beginning.
Right. Can't do
awful.
He should have hung out with that guy a little more.
But that's it.
Yeah, that's the whole movie. Yay, Turbo Man. Woohoo. Christmas.
We love it.
It's fantastic. So was this beer. This beer was really good.
We talked a little bit when we started. We said, it's a Scotch ale.
Yeah, it's not got like spices or anything.
Yeah, this is just a traditional. Some Christmas ales are
like that.
Are spiced.
Yeah,
and spicy. This is not that.
No,
this is good.
Kind of.
It says caramel. And it follows through on that.
You can smell it.
When I opened the bottle to pour them, I was just like, I smell caramel right now.
But it's not like sweet.
Well, there's like a
hint.
Yeah, like when it first hits your tongue, you're like, that's sweeter than like most beer hits my tongue.
Yeah, but when you smell it, you're expecting it to be
and it doesn't finish candy. Sweet either. You know, there's no aftertaste of like sweetness. No. I've had some beers that are like that. Yeah. This is not that.
No, this was really good. Yeah. I like this one.
It's a nice balance of all of it for sure. I'm a little worried because we'll go ahead and let you guys in on a little secret.
Yeah.
The rest of Christmas, the rest of our Christmas marathon, the rest of December, we're just going to be drinking Christmas ales.
Yeah, they're all going to
That's right, guys. You have no idea what we're watching. There are no clues. Throw that out. Well, there might still be tiny hints, but for the most part, throw that out the window. Because
like this one, we had bells for Jingle All the Way. That was as close as it goes.
You can just take it all, throw it out the window,
and just enjoy the surprise.
For this month, we are literally we're just supplying you guys with our favorites. Yeah. You know, like other times there are movies like Thanksgiving Marathon. There were some of our favorites, but we had to find ways to work them in. So sometimes you got ones that we just kind of found a way to work in.
Like Thanksgiving. Was that in November?
Yeah. It was the beginning. That's how we started it.
Yeah. So it's like Thanksgiving. We just kind of worked that one in.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a favorite.
No, I'd never seen it before, really.
Me either. Brand new for everybody.
But then we were like, now we can kind of work in the ones we want.
Yeah, but this time, guys,
full on. For December, these are just our favorite Christmas movies. You're just
hearing our favorite movies. These are our favorites. Obviously, once you start hearing them for the rest of the month, you'll have an idea. We literally mean this. These are going to be childhood favorites through adult favorites, so don't come in expecting them to always be necessarily adult fare.
Yeah.
They could be very childish
for you.
But this is just still Christmas. Good. What are we drinking next week? Obviously, we know it's a Christmas ale, Bo, but hit us with the specifics.
We're doing the Great Lakes Brewing Company Christmas ale next week. And we've had Great Lakes stuff. That was Nosferatu. It was really good, so I'm excited.
All right. But I think that's everything, though.
All right. Drop the cookie now! Fuck Santa and his imaginary ass.